Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It is pretty good Monday, I think. It's going to be rainy here the next couple of days, which doesn't really bother me, except I hope that it doesn't rain so much that my concrete guy has to wait and postpone it until next week to come do my driveway. He said he was going to come Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. So, but the weather's saying lots of rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we'll see. I hope they come get it done. Anyway, let's see. Let's see who we got joining us this morning. We have Big D in the house. 71 headed for 93 in the beautiful town of Brooklyn, Michigan. Thumbs up. Thanks, sir. We got a couple of thumbs up over there. Stephen Toronto's here this morning. How you doing, Stephen? Good to see you. Troy Pritchard's here. How you doing, Troy? Happy Monday. Steve Goronsky won't make the show today. Have a tea time with my son. Well, awesome. Have a good round of golf with your son. Good for you. Enjoy the day. Let's see. Probably should have added the flag to my last post. Yeah, a little golf flag. Cool. I don't know how you guys get some of those little things to pop up there. I don't know how all that works. There's Keith Stanford. It says, hi all from a sunny and warm and dry New Hampshire. Headed towards 80 there. Okay. Let's see. Earl Walker's here. How you doing? Larry Gall is here this morning. How you doing, Larry? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well out there in Texas. Michael Bell is here this morning. How you doing, Michael? Jesse from JJ Woodshop is here. How you doing, Jesse? And of course, Kevin Els from South Africa somewhere. Good to see you. Need more coffee. Good to see you, Kevin. Janet says, good morning. Gonna be a scorcher. All righty. It's actually going to be cooler than normal, but because of the rain, that's why it's cooler than normal. And when I say that, that just means it's going to be less than 90 a little bit. It'll be in the 80s, I think. But, it's all good. It's all good. Paul Stewart's here. Says, hope y'all had a great holiday weekend. There's my favorite solar guy right there. Morning, people, he said. How you doing, Ryan? George H. Rothfuss watching on Facebook today. How you doing, George? Hope you're doing well. Gary Hammett Wood Creations. Good morning, sir. Bart Bixel. How you doing, Bart? Hey, we woke up. Mark, looky here. He says, morning, y'all. Just woke up and the coffee is brewing. Yeah, buddy. Good to see you, Mark. Let's see who else we got here. I think I'm pretty much caught up. Pretty much. Heading to 93 with 88% humidity. Yeah, weather you can wear. That's what they say down here when it's got high humidity. Weather you can wear. So, looks like it's pretty nice out there in Oregon. 53. Looking at a high of 83. That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Well, I've got some good hot coffee here. I actually had to put this in the microwave and nuke it for about 30 minutes. My coffee pot had turned off. I think it's supposed to stay on about 2 hours or so. But I got up extra early today. Had a lot on my mind last night. And we had some excitement around here, and not the good kind. I gotta tell you. And now I've got to be extra cautious for the next few days just to make sure. But let me tell you what I'm talking about. Got ready to let the boys go out last night, do their business. And I thought, Rocky's getting so old. He has such a hard time with those steps out off the back deck. When you go out my deck runs the whole back length of the house. And the main, when you walk out the back door onto the deck, you're up pretty high. And my steps there's about 5 steps that go down, then it turns to the right, and there's 5 more. So when he's coming up those steps with his achy bones and arthritis and all that stuff, whatever it is dogs have, he has a hard time. So a lot of times what he does is he'll walk all the way to the other end of the deck, and I have a little side thing up there. So there's about 3 steps to come up there, and then that deck is at a lower level where the hot tub is, and then you come across, and then there's 3 more steps. So a lot of times he comes that way. But no matter how you go in or out of my house, there's steps. The front porch has got 3 or 4 steps. If you go through the garage, you got 3 or 4 steps down to the garage floor and then out. But that's pretty much the easiest way for Rocky to get out, is to go through the garage and, go out to the front yard. And even though the front yard's not fenced like the backyard is, I don't have to worry about them running off because they're so spoiled. They're not going to go anywhere. I probably couldn't run them off if I wanted to. But anyway, we got ready to go out last night, and I do just like I always do. I say, hey, you guys ready to go out? And they get all excited. So they go to the door. They fight to see who's going to get out the door first. And I open it up, and they both squeeze out, and they run around to the garage door and then wait for me to open it. I've told you how when I hit the door as it's going up, they crawl out. They can't wait, 2 more seconds till it gets all the way up. They've got to slip under it. Well, anyway, open up the door from the house to the garage. They run around to the garage door. I reach over and hit the button, and they take off. And I follow behind them, come down the steps into the garage, and then start walking. And sure enough, I don't know how in the world he didn't get Jack, but there was a copperhead sitting right there. And of course, he must have been really close to it, because the snake is possibly still in my garage right now. So I'm like, oh man, that's all I need. So, and of course it startled me because I wasn't expecting to see one crawling in the garage, because the door was closed. But I think he might have been right at the edge. And then when Jack run over him, he was probably running away from him and come in. And if you'd seen my garage, why I worry about this, because you can't just go out there and look around and see a snake. There's all kinds of stuff for him to get under. I've got shelves and bins and all kinds of places a little snake could crawl in. So anyway, so I decided I was going to leave the garage, and I never leave the garage door. And even most of the time in the middle of the day in the heat, when I'm out there working, I have the garage door closed just because of that. I don't want stuff coming in my garage. So I left the garage door open probably a couple of inches, so I'm hoping. Alexa's just talking. I don't know what I said that sounded like Alexa, but anyway, I left the door open all night, about 2 inches. So hopefully, because there's nothing to eat out there in the garage if you're a snake. There's nothing. It just blocks sawdust laying around. But anyway, so hopefully he scattered on out over the night. But now I've got to be cautious, and it's not so much about me, because I can see them and avoid them. But you know how dogs are. if it's laying real still, they won't see it because of the way they're colored. And the other thing is, if it is moving and they see it, they'll walk right up to it and stick their nose down and want to sniff it. And that's how dogs get bit. So I'm more worried about my dogs than I am me. But I also don't want to be pulling out a drawer or something in the garage and get myself bit, because if that happens, the copperheads, it's very rare anybody dies. Usually it just makes for a pretty bad 2 or 3 days because you swell up, and depending on where you get bit, and that would make me have a difficult time trying to take care of Rocky and Jack during that, especially if I'm in the hospital. So just something else to worry about. But I will be very cautious. In fact, I came in here last night and I got a piece of paper and I wrote Copperhead on it, and I taped it to the back door so I won't forget to, open the door slowly and look out there and make sure, check it out good before I let the dogs out, because I still cannot figure out, when I walked around the corner and saw the snake and where he was, I cannot believe he did not bite Jack, because Jack had to have run right over him. So anyway, exciting times here in McDonough. I hate those dang things. I don't mind snakes, regular old snakes, black snake, rat snake. Now I didn't like that one that got in my chicken coop that time. That I had to do something about that. But garter snakes, all those kinds, they're great to have around. King snake, I love a king snake. But a dadgum copperhead, I ain't got no use for, because they will mess you up or mess your dog up. So, and I don't have time for that. That's my thing. I don't have time for that. You just go on, get back in the woods somewhere and leave us alone. Hey, Big Jack, what's up, buddy? You come in here and get his little 5 minutes of fame. Hey, bud. Yes, Copperhead about got you, didn't he? Anyway, that was my excitement. So hopefully, of course, it'd be my luck when the concrete guys come and they bust up my slab. A big bunch of them under that slab or something. I'll have to make sure I keep the garage door closed when they go to dig up that slab, so if there is some, they won't come running in the garage. That'd be all I need to have a whole mess of them in there. Let's see. Doc Whitaker's watching over on Facebook. How you doing, Doc? I don't know if I don't know if you got your package yet or not. I can't remember when I sent it. You should have it. If you don't have it today, you should get it in the next day or two. I can't remember what the expected delivery date was. Anyway, Jim Obert is here. Roll Tide. He says, "Morning, Dave. Excuse me. The guitar on your right by the amp. I wonder, did you make it?" All right. I'm assuming. I got both of my dogs. I'm assuming you're talking about this one. If I can get it. Yeah, this is one I made. This is a one of those 2x6. Not 2x6, 2x12 construction grade lumber I buy, and then I run them on my CNC like this and hollow all out the back. And I don't know if you can see it, but this one has got a set neck. In other words, it's no screws, just glued in there in that pocket. Use my CNC to cut a pocket. This one also has, if you can see, you recognize that pickup. That's one of Marty Tauber's Wicked Buckers. And what I did is I made a little trim ring and laser engraved Wicked Bucker on it. Well, just a little 4-string. Janet says, time to move. Yeah. You might be right, Janet. I don't know. I just get so tired. I don't mind if I see them out somewhere, as long as I can keep the dogs away from them and stuff. But man, when they come wanting to come in my garage, I got a problem with that. I don't like that. Well, if you had any mice, they should be gone by now. Yeah, I've never see. That's why another reason why I keep the garage door closed. Um, is I never see any mice. Now I see chipmunks. We got chipmunks, but most of them are in the back. Um, because I got a lot of wood piles and stuff back there. So I always see chipmunks, and they tease the dogs. They'll be up on a wood pile or something, and the dogs run over there and they disappear. And the next thing you know, they pop. They got all tunnels and stuff. They do. They pop up somewhere else, and they just make the dogs look ridiculous because they're just teasing them. But might be worth it to hire an exterminator to rid that snake. I really doubt he's still out there. Um, as it warms up, it should come out into the sun. Yeah, yeah. I like I said, I really doubt that it's still out there because this was at about it's getting close to dark. It was like a little after 8, I think. So um, I doubt he's still out there. Hopefully, by me leaving that door open a couple inches, he slivered his way back out and went and got him some frogs or something. Because the tree frogs were really loud last night. About the time all that was going on. Terry says, "What's the price on the coffee cups?" I've got them on my website, davegatton.com. And I don't even remember what I put them on, but I got them uh, a sale price on them right now if anybody wants one. And this is the 11 ounce. I've got the 15-ounce ones in, and I haven't made any of those yet, but I'm going to do that maybe today. Um, maybe today I'll do that. Ray wants to know about the concrete. I got to pour on Tuesday, 8 hours plus to Atlanta. Yeah, it's more like 10 hours. And then, of course, if you make the wrong turn and uh, get someplace where they're protesting, you won't even get through Atlanta. So I don't know for sure when they're coming. The guy called me last week and said, I'm going to try to come Tuesday or Wednesday. I assume they're going to get here pretty early, just try to beat the heat. But it's supposed to rain. The forecast has changed, and now it's supposed to rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we'll see whether they can come or not. We'll just see. Hey, there's Matthew Haas. Looky there. How you doing, Matt? Good to see you. And Bo says Marty builds fantastic pickups. Yeah, he does. I got a whole box full of them because I've done stuff for Marty making fretboards and a couple of bodies, guitar bodies, and different things. And I never let him pay me. I just say, give me some Wicked Buckers. So we always swap it out. So I got a box of Wicked Buckers in there, and I haven't even built any more guitars in probably a year. I got to get busy building a few of them. Does your security cameras have night vision? You might be able to see the snake with that. Yeah, they do. And don't think I wasn't in here watching. I was in here working after that, and I kept looking at the screen where it's got the garage door open, hoping I could see him slither out. But I don't know. It doesn't cover a lot of stuff below it. They're kind of shooting out. So I'll just, all I can do is be cautious. Like I got to go I got to be careful saying this because they'll jump up, but I got to go to the mailbox in a minute. And before I do, I'll go out to the garage by myself and look around, open up the door and look around good and make sure that he's not anywhere around. Like I said, I doubt that. I don't think they hang around one place. I think they stay moving. And, I think the only reason he come running in there and got up under some junk was because it, Big Jack liked to stepped on him, or may have stepped on him. I don't know, but apparently he didn't get Jack because of course, it'd be hard to tell if he was swelling up, because he's so big anyway. Got him on the head, you might be able to tell. But we got David from Portal Woodworks. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. But yeah, I just not a fan of copperheads. Not a fan. I guess I told that guy, that my concrete guy, I said, no, when you know for sure when you're coming, I said, give me some notice so I can get my vehicles out of the way. I'm going to take my Explorer, I think, and I think I'm going to pull it around through the gate around the back, because I don't drive it much anyway. Just once in a while, just enough to keep the battery going. So I think I'll get it out of the way, and then I'll have to put my truck somewhere. Just keep it out of their way so they can get that knocked out. But yeah, Jim, are you coming to the Georgia thing? September 11th and 12th. As far as I know, it's still going on. And from what I understand, it's going to be Friday and Saturday, and I think the thing Friday night is going to be the same place where it's been the past 2 or 3 years, over at the little theater place around the, just off the square, or just down from the square, I should say. Janet says, I'm going to make that birdie mad, moving it. His truck. I know. I thought that I went out there that time and took a towel and threw it on the windshield and stuff and left it there for a while. And I thought I got rid of him, but every once in a while when I look, because I have my Explorer parked just off the side of the driveway, pulled in front ways, and then I always back my truck up. So it's, they're like just a few feet apart. And he'll go from the mirror. He poops all over the mirror on the driver's side of my truck. And then he flies back and forth to the driver's side of the Explorer. And he poops all over that mirror. And then he'll go to the driver's side front windshield, like right there where the windshield wiper is. And I don't know what it is, but he goes crazy. And of course, he poops all over everything. So I don't know. I think, I told you I'll have a bird's nest up on my front porch by my porch light. I think I'm safe to knock that down now, because I haven't seen that bird hanging around. I think the babies have probably done left the nest and stuff. Either that or a cat got them. So time to knock that one down. Mark says, got to go price gravel for the shop pad and pick up lumber today. Yeah, time to break ground, man. Get it going. Dave said he had an awesome 4 days of camping, had an infestation of squirrels. Fun sitting out in the morning, sipping coffee and watching them chase around. Yeah, squirrels are kind of fun to watch. I mean, I used to have a little wooden bird feeder, and I would put, wild bird seed and sunflower seeds, stuff like that in it. And I always enjoyed watching the birds fight over it. Well, it's hard to keep a dadgum squirrel out of it. It became I finally just ended up taking the bird feeder down. Plus the birds got where they would. I had it where right outside my back door, so that way I could sit in my chair and I could watch them, which is nice. But then they come in there and they grab something and then they go on my little metal patio table out there and they crap all over everything. So finally ended up taking the feeder down. Grant Davis says, "What's the Georgia thing coming up in September?" It's the 2000, well, I guess you call it 2020 Georgia International Cigar Box Guitar Festival. And it's going to be September 11th and 12th. Saturday's the big day. It's going to be right up on the square. It's going to be outside, so I'm really looking forward to that. Gary says, or a snake got him. Yeah, talking about my birds. Yeah, could be. Could be. But at any rate, I think I'm going to knock it off and sweep it out because I would have done it before when I saw him, but I didn't catch him when he was first building it because I never go out that door. And then when I finally went out there to pick up a Amazon package or something, I noticed it, and by that time it was already built and the bird was sitting in it. And I'm like, man, well, I'll let you finish raising your youngins, but after that, the house has got to go. Jesse says he's going to finish installing his AC in the shop today. That sounds like a good plan. Mark says he's already broken ground. I missed the announcement. Didn't you do a video where you take the shovel and you cut the ribbon and you do all that stuff, like wear your little bump cap, like all the politicians do. Steven says, good video you did on the cutter. Yeah. Well, I had, I've been posting pictures on Instagram of some of the t-shirts and stuff. And I had a few people say, yeah, how about showing us how you do that? So, there's like 11 other different videos on YouTube showing it. But I thought, well, I'll show you what I bought, what equipment I bought and what my process is. Most of the stuff, the software that came with the vinyl cutter is just it's vinyl master cut is what mine is, but there's like 4 things of vinyl master. Think of kind of like Vectric, they have cut 2D, cut 3D, VCarve desktop, VCarve Pro, and then Aspire is the big daddy. It's kind of that way, but VCarve or Vinyl Master Cut is like the cheap stuff that they give you with the vinyl cutter so you can at least get going. And I'm not even sure. I've looked at some of the other more expensive packages, and I don't even know if I'm going to try to upgrade any because what I found that there's a couple of shirts where I didn't have the features in that Vinyl Master Cut to do what I wanted to do, but I could do it in VCarve Pro and then just export it as a what is it, EPS, or there's a bunch, whatever format it was. I can't remember. I think it was EPS and or maybe it was PDF. I don't know. Whatever one it was. But that's he just took pics. Okay. Well, yeah, you got to take something, internet rule. You don't have pics or a video. It didn't happen. It wasn't a gold shovel, just a shiny new one. Well, I hope you had Lynn to take the picture with You out there with that little, how them politicians do. They don't even get a big scoop of dirt. It's like just a little thing because it's heavy for them. And then they have their little bump cap on. So, all right, guys, I heard my timer go off. It's time for me to go snake hunting out out in the garage. Make sure the path is clear for my boys because we have a package to put in the mailbox to ship. So we will be doing that. So everybody have a great Monday. Hope y'all don't see any snakes, especially copperheads. But hope y'all have a good Monday. Stay dry, and we'll probably see y'all probably tomorrow, I guess. Don't see any reason not to. All right, everybody, take care. See y'all.